The wild ride for the stock market in recent days has actually created a glimmer of hope for some home buyers. Lower mortgage rates. 9 News real estate expert Lane Lyon is joining us now with how the tariffs are impacting the housing market. Lane is also a realtor and managing broker at Coldwell Banker. Lane, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for being here, especially with the topic that is affecting so many different aspects of everyday life. Let's start with mortgage rates right now. What are y'all seeing?
Well, I think there's some cautious optimism out there right now. We basically saw 30-year mortgages go from really that high 6% range to right around mid 6% range late last week. It's not a huge change, but it is enough for some home buyers to really act and lock in those mortgage rates. These are home buyers that are probably out looking right now and taking advantage of an opportunity. This is all because investors in the stock market tend to move over to the safer bond market. Mortgages tend to go right in tandem with the 10-year Treasury yield, and that is why we see mortgage rates come down. Now, it's just not clear how long we'll see this, what the trend will be, what the timing will be, because there is obviously, as you guys have been reporting, some thought that if the tariffs on goods creates inflation to push back up, then we could see mortgage rates go back up. So for the meantime, we are seeing a little bit of optimism that this might help with mortgage rates. It is some uncertain time, though, and definitely buyers are asking questions about it and looking for opportunity.
Absolutely. Okay, let's say on a totally different end of things, we've talked about the position I'm in as well, which is home building. Of course, there's a lot of hesitancy, some skepticism there given what we have seen with tariffs. People are worried that's going to raise the price of different materials they're going to need.
Right, and we're hearing at the national level that in fact that could definitely happen with supplies, particularly lumber coming out of Canada. At the national level, we're hearing that could be as high as around $10,000 for the average new build home. Now, I will tell you that I've done some checking here locally, and a lot of the sales contacts that I have say, you know, our bosses really aren't talking about this right now. In fact, they're pointing to the incentives that are available for home buyers right now, particularly with standing inventory. These are brand new homes ready to go. In fact, the Denver Metro Association of Realtors says in February that the new build inventory was at a 15-year high.
Wow.
Same reason that we're seeing just in, we've got interest rates that are higher, buyers are moving slower. So we have home builders in our area that are anxious to talk to you and offer some great incentives to move some of this inventory off. So it really is creating another opportunity there. I think buyers really need to understand that even with some of the uncertainty happening right now, this is your chance to pick up a deal. I work with people all the time and say, I want to see a deal. Oftentimes there aren't any. This is the time to look for them.
Let me ask about the timing of all of this too. We just saw this, of course, with car lots recently. They were saying now is the time to buy because you don't know what the future is going to hold. Is that kind of a similar message you're hearing with this?
I would say that's the message we're trying to get across. When you're talking about an investment or an asset this large, we're not seeing like a huge rush necessarily, but we are getting the calls. People who are saying, you know, I'm thinking about maybe this is the time I should jump back into the housing market. And we're here with open arms because we know the inventory is up, prices are good, and it is an opportunity for buyers.
What about on the totally opposite end of things, because people are worried about their own wallets? What about the people who want to sell their house right now?
I'm watching them, hearing them watching this segment thinking, what about us? The reality is there are opportunities for sellers. We are in our spring selling season right now. It is a name of the game with strategy in terms of making sure that your house is showing well, you've made the repairs, it looks beautiful, and it's priced competitively. With buyers as picky as they are, you want to make sure that you're priced attractively as well. And if you're following these rules, you'll have no trouble selling. It takes a little bit of patience, but I'm working with listings all the time, and we have people selling for sure.
Okay, so some good news there for home buyers.
Yeah, you just have to make sure that you understand the market conditions, and you're working with an expert to help you get there.
Okay, interesting. All right, a little bit of glimmer of hope, as you say.
There we go.
All right, Lane, thank you so much. We appreciate it.